Greetings. It is Wednesday in week 4, which means we're approaching the halfway point, which is pretty exciting in a lot of ways. I mean, 50% of the class is complete, and yet it is just growing in intensity in some ways. And yet I look forward to every step of the process, particularly seeing your comments this week in the peer review. And most assuredly, I'm looking forward to next week's drafts because that's where we really dive in. So, just a few words about the peer review discussion that you'll be taking part in this week. Remember that the first post is due by Thursday night, and that simply means you have to post your annotated sources and your writing plan in the discussion area and choose a peer with whom you will review. The review process is guided by one of the learning module, one of the Mind Edge activities, where it asks you a series of questions about, identifying your peer's argument and evaluating whether the opposing view is strong, looking at their sources. Just a couple of things. First, try to answer in a full manner. I mean, one sentence answers really aren't descriptive enough. They don't really give enough often for the person receiving the feedback to be able to do anything. So, you know, answer fully. Try to write a short paragraph, 2 or 3 or 4 sentences when possible. As you're going through here, think what would help you. I mean, this is really what peer review is all about: is helping each other. It is a community of learners supporting each other and having different perspectives. And you've gotten my perspective, and maybe hopefully you've gotten perspective from families or friends, and hopefully the writing center. There's all kinds of great resources out there to help you strengthen, improve, and succeed. But one of those tools is your classmates. So be generous, be specific, and give them as much feedback as you can. Stop and kind of think, what would I want to hear? If I read this and maybe it sounds just perfect, he said, it looks great. I really like what you did, your argument. Tell them why. Be specific. Your argument is strong because I can clearly see it. The details are there. Let them know how they can make it better if you have a suggestion. And if you feel it's dead on, give them more than a sentence. Sometimes what you share in those in describing what works opens up a channel of thought or a path to stronger communication for the person receiving the feedback. One note in the discussion, there's a first post that I posted, and it is a video of the rubric. It shows you the rubric and how you'll be assessed, and I kind of talk through it informally. So do give that a listen. And if you have any problems, or if you're uncomfortable with the process of peer review, please contact me. That's what I'm here for. Mostly we've been going like gangbusters here. This class has really taken off, and many of you have reached out, and many of you have just gotten on board and just sailed through, and that's great. But the most important thing to know is you're not alone. So that's it. I am enjoying a very hot summer. We are here in Fort Lauderdale with a heat index of about 108 or 110. They say don't go outside and don't, all these scare tactics, but and I'm trying to remain cool, but I am still training for the New York City Marathon, the old man that I am, and I am not getting a lot faster, but I am feeling more comfortable in running mid distances, and was able to clock 14 miles on Saturday, which is a good thing. So all is well. Look forward to hearing from you. Do your best. We'll see you in the peer review discussion.